Check this out. This is not your regular water bottle. It was made in 1914, the same year World War I started. It might have been with a soldier fighting in muddy trenches, and now over 100 years later, it ended up in this guy's hands. So in this video, we are going to see how this guy perfectly restores this beat-up, rusty, World War I German army canteen that has a lot of history. First, he uses a wire brush to give the inside and outside a quick cleaning to get rid of the loose rust and dirt. After the initial cleaning, for the next step, which is electrolytic rust removal, he needs to grind a spot on the bottom first. This is because the thick layer of rust covering the bottom is actually an oxide that does not conduct electricity well. If he just connects the power directly, the current will have a hard time getting into the metal. So, he has to clean a spot of bare metal first to use as the contact point for the electrode. Next, he mixes water and salt to make the electrolyte solution and connects the positive lead to scrap metal and the negative lead to the canteen. Then turns on the power to start the electrochemical rust removal. This electrochemical rust removal process, we have talked about it before. It works by absorbing a lot of hydrogen between the base metal and the rust layer to peel the rust off. Compared to other mechanical rust removal methods, this is much safer for the base metal. The downside is that it takes a while, and the liquid after electrolysis looks a lot like coffee. Besides releasing gas bubbles, the electric current also turns some of the iron oxide into magnetite, which is the black stuff on the canteen. This stuff is very stable and won't continue to rust the metal, but it looks pretty bad. So next he uses sandblasting to blast that black stuff away. As for the blasting media he uses, I am sure you guys can tell, it is white aluminum oxide. After sandblasting, now, we can finally see what this canteen really looks like, and its condition can only be described with one phrase. It is full of holes. Facing this situation, if you think about it another way, there is a bright side. You can use it to look at the stars. After the laugh, back to the restoration work. Now he needs to fix the dents and reshape it. During this process we can also see, hidden in all those rough rust pits, there is still a lot of rust that was not cleaned off. So, next he uses a rust converter solution to turn the deep rust into more stable magnetite, right, which is the same black stuff that was just blasted off, but this time it will be deep down and won't affect the look. Next, he uses a wire wheel to smooth out the rough edges on the bottom to get it ready for the welding repair. Now it is time for soldering repairs, but as you can see, the rust damage on the bottom is way too bad. Soldering is not really a good option for this. So he tries it on the joint between the neck and the body, and then decides to give up on it and use a different repair method instead. This new repair method first requires sanding down to get a smoother bottom surface as a base. Also, he uses a degreaser to clean it. By now I bet some of you guys can guess what kind of repair this is. Since he can't fill the holes, he just gives the bottom a brand new shell. The material he uses for this shell is fiberglass. This kind of repair is very common in car or boat repairs. It is called fiber-reinforced composite repair, or fiberglassing. This is how it is done, using thermosetting polyester resin to stick layers of fiberglass mat onto the surface of the canteen. Once the resin soaks into the fibers and fully hardens and cures, the whole structure becomes a composite material like reinforced concrete. So now the canteen has a new outer layer. Of course this new layer is not very smooth yet. It needs some sanding to even it out. After smoothing it out and cleaning it with degreaser again, he can move on to painting. He is very particular about this, spraying on a gray primer and then an army green top coat. But there is a problem. The paint after drying is all bumpy and uneven. That is not going to work. He has to redo it. He uses high grit wet sandpaper to get a smoother, more refined surface. Now the surface is perfectly smooth. Finally he sprays on the primer and top coat again, and this 1914 German army canteen is officially restored. Oh right, one more thing. What about the missing cap? For that, he can just buy some cork stoppers online. Now let's take a look at the before and after comparison. Looking at them side by side, the restored one looks absolutely perfect. But after this restoration, it means this canteen can no longer be used for drinking water. It is just a collector's item now. And that wraps up this restoration video. Thanks for watching.